it is, y'all? Your girl Black Pop, aka Soda Baby, aka Azuka, and you're now tuned in to Soda Talks TV. Today we're going to be reacting to the 8 at the Table clip that went viral this week about what women bring to the table, what men bring to the table. And I know to most women it's like hearing nails on a chalkboard, but we really have to talk about this and clear these blurred lines, because women are getting equal pay, men are getting equal pay. Men are entrepreneurs, women are entrepreneurs. We're getting the same opportunities. And honestly, if you don't feel like you don't need a relationship, you feel like you don't need a man in your life, you don't feel like you need a woman in your life, good for you, because you're not a part of this conversation.
And that's my problem, because if I sit here and ask, okay, cool, if I pay every bill in this house, right, and I fix everything in this house because I'm an electrician, what are you bringing to the table as a woman? What do you realistically do other than have sex?
Oh, you asking me?
I'm asking, what are you bringing to the table for the man that takes care of you?
Here we go, and take notes. So what I do is I make that house that you pay for, that you pay that mortgage for, I make it at home. I cook the meals, I'm washing clothes.
That's $100 a week.
Don't play with me.
I could get it made.
No. You see that's where you're going wrong. It costs more than $100 a week to have somebody cook for you, to have somebody clean up after you, because a lot of times you men become our children. All right, we dress y'all, we pick out y'all clothes, we cook for y'all, we wash y'all's clothes.
When it comes to the table talk, it depends on who you're asking and who your target is too. It depends on what they value and how much experience they have in life to even appreciate certain morals and qualities in a person's character. While all she's saying is true, I wish she would have started off with "we have your children," because she could have touche'd him just a little bit. But I'm about to contradict myself anyway, because a dog can have puppies. A dog can have children. But just because you can have children does not mean you're a good mother. Just because you can cook and clean and do all that stuff, that doesn't mean you're a good wife. That doesn't mean that you have a good mindset. You can buy sex and you can buy dildos, but that doesn't mean that you even value or understand the importance of having masculine and feminine energy in your life. Because if sex and money is all it's about, you wouldn't be complaining about anything what men aren't doing and what women aren't doing. You wouldn't even be questioning in this conversation, because you can do it all on your own. And it's because you don't need a man and you don't need a woman and you don't need a relationship at all. So because of that, you're not a part of this conversation. It's like, just imagine a world where it was just all men and all women. Imagine if the world just did that. Would you really want that? No. Majority of y'all wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. And if you really wouldn't want that, though, the reasons why you wouldn't want that are the reasons why you need women and why you need men in your life. And if you really don't care, like I said, you're not invited to this conversation. And you want to know why there's so much attention around the gay man, is because it's feminine energy. Like I said, you can't deny feminine energy. It pulls you in. It pulls you in, even if you're a man. And it's like, this is why men get so angry about gay men, because it's like, it's an energy that's naturally, it attracts you in a way, and because of that, it makes you question your manhood. And it's not that you're gay. You are naturally attracted to feminine energy, and no one's complaining about the lesbians. That's masculine energy. That's doing, that's showing, that's proving. Feminine energy pulls you in. Men love feminine energy. Women love feminine energy. Children love feminine energy. And that's why the gays are taking our men. It just is what it is. They're more feminine because it's more natural. I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion. You know, just because you dress up and you wear heels and you wear makeup, that doesn't make you a feminine woman. You get your name? That don't make you a feminine woman. Like I said in my feminine energy video, it's about softening who you are and showing that you're open so that a man can feel safe to even come talk to you. You know what I mean? You know, it's nothing wrong with showing a man that you want him. It's nothing wrong with looking at a man a little while longer so that you can get his attention and you smile at him. You know, it's about how you carry yourself. It's about the way you move. Take your time. Little stuff like that. It's nothing wrong with showing a man that you want him. It's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. Even if you may not feel like you can trust your environment, it's nothing wrong with showing your softer side. You know, it's bigger than, you know, crying over a dude or just, you know, being overly emotional. You know, showing a man that you want him, reassuring him, you know. And it's just the fact that people don't want to change unless it truly comes from within, because they understand the mechanics and the benefits that it comes with. Because in a relationship, you would want to compromise, because if it makes your partner happy, it makes you happy too. You know, y'all benefit from each other's happiness, and it's reciprocal. And this is why they say men need to stay out of women, women need to stay out of men. Because I'm not focused on what certain men aren't doing, because I'm focused on becoming the best woman that I can be, so that I can see those red flags of the men that I need to stop dealing with. Even if I give them a chance, those red flags, soon as those red flags hit, you gotta take a step back and or cut them off. So you don't want to waste time. And with that being said, I have to admit that women can be a little too entitled to men's money, especially in today's day, if we could all do it on our own, right? Because giving up your pussy is an option, and a man's only paying for dates out of respect because he knows why he's here and he knows what he wants to do with you. And it's just social code. And showing why you're even worthy of him taking care of you and protecting you. Because a lot of women want to say, protect black women, but it's like, you don't want the men to, you don't want men, so why should they protect you? Just because? No. You know, honestly, why should the black man protect you if you don't want him? No one told you to go jump in front of the front lines protesting because you're overly emotional. A real man would have stood up eventually. Some things you just gotta let it happen, because it's like, if I would tell my son, don't jump into nobody's fight. Mind your business. I would, same thing, because it's like, let your husband see some crazy stuff. A woman gets slapped by whoever she's dating, who she's with, and he jump in front of that and get shot and killed. And then now he's gone and dead for being whatever y'all think a real man is. You see, this is why you gotta be careful with certain women, because women, we are manipulative, because we want you to prove this to us and prove that to us. You gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. If a man didn't put his hands on you, you know, that doesn't mean you can't defend yourself verbally, but eventually you're gonna have to walk away because you have more to lose. You know, if he didn't put his hands on you, I don't think that you need to be taking this to the next level. But at the same time, damn, because sometimes when you don't tell people stuff, they think that they can mess with you and stuff. That's just like a bully. But it depends on how far it goes. Because when it comes to arguing with a man, you want to get louder than him. He's going to show you that he could get louder than you. And then you don't know when to walk away and you think you could swing on men. He's going to show you a man's strength. So it's like, you can't win. You just have to know how to pick your battles. You know, it just is what it is. And it's not to be to tell you to be afraid of anything. It's just telling you, pick your battles wisely. That's all. That's the bottom line. Not only that, if you don't have protection, get a strap. Call the police, because remember, you don't need a man. And even when it came to the Lil Uzi situation, even though that was really up, you know, what he did to his pregnant ex while she was out with her man, and she was talking about, I thought y'all said protect black women. You see, this is the thing. You don't need to be talking to us. We don't know you. Talk to your man about that. That's your man, bitch. Like, you see, and in that type, when a man shows you that type of character, you have to question it. Take that up with your man. Take that up with your man. Because we don't know you, girl. So because of that, you need to question your man. Your man didn't do nothing about it. He didn't slap that nigga. He couldn't even get somebody to find his eventually and kidnap his little take him for a rough ride, bust his face wide open, drive a tire over his head. No. And I know even with me saying that statement is really alarming, and I really could be shooting myself in the foot, but I'm just tired of the blurred lines, the confusion, the entitlement, because we all don't get the same treatment, no matter if you're a woman or a man, and it all comes down to who you are and what you look like, because that's the first things people are going to judge, you know. So it's like, why not find out what motivates him? What drives him? What inspires him to conquer in this world? Why not send him a screenshot of something that he's into that could possibly, you know, help with whatever he's got going on? You know, why not suggest an idea? You know, and I said suggest because men don't want you telling them what to do. Nobody does. You know, it's the power of suggestion. Because y'all could be one screenshot away from the business booming, one mention away from y'all business taking off. Well, his business taking off. And, you know, let him take all the credit for it, because let him have his moment. Let him shine in his glory. Do not outshine the master, because it's just law, because it's just rude. When you do things like that, you stir up anxiety, you stir up insecurity, and it's like I said, it's one of the laws of the 48 laws of power. It's like saying in front of every person get a compliment, and somebody compliments your outfit, and your friend is like, well, I bought her that shirt, or I let her borrow my shirt, and she's going to give it right back to me. Like, how rude. You know what I mean? Because regardless if it was your suggestion, it was still his plan. So he was going to have to do that anyway. He was going to have to do that eventually. Your idea just reminded him. So just know your role, and just know your place, and just let him have his glory day the moment the thing finally happens, and just be on the sideline. You see, baby, I knew you could do it. You know, that stuff you was telling me about the other day, it really made a difference. And I even think men really thought about that. Most niggas don't even think like that, baby. You different. And he gonna be like, yeah, cause you know, I be thinking like that. You know, like, it's just little stuff like that that goes a long way. You know, and that be the reason why certain women get certain type of treatments, why certain women get to, you know, be happy and flex on the gram in the relationship and get certain things, and then people speculate about why such and such get this, why such and such get that. It'd be the little things, because you listen and you care, you know, and you know your place. You know, the little things. Like, you don't have to have much. Men don't care about your degrees. They don't. But they care about your mindset. They do care about how you view the world, and how you view yourself, and how you view life, and what life would be like if he made you his wife. What life would be like if he made you a mother. You know? Can you keep, like, what you care about certain things? Do you care about your health? And, you know, how fertile you are, too. A man does not care about your master's degree, but he does care about your mindset. And it's not like he don't want you to have your own thing going, because 10 times out of 10, he wants you to have your own life and have your own thing going. so that he could fantasize about you and miss you in those moments that, he can't have you all the time. Give him a reason to look forward to seeing you. This is why space is very important. And yes, you can buy a therapist, but now you know there's something wrong with you. Now you know there's something missing. And essentially, they have to keep you sick to keep you coming back. So it's like, one thing you can't buy or fake is connection and chemistry. And a man will leave a pretty bitch for a woman he has a better connection and chemistry with. And everybody knows that looks can only get you but so far till you're old and wrinkled and washed, wondering about who really loved you or not, and what people really cared about when it came to you. Because good looking people say the dumbest things because they didn't have to work on certain qualities about themselves because they were always getting what they want without effort. And this is why the dude Rico even came out his mouth talking like that, because he knows he's cute. And 9 times out of 10, he's lived a certain life. And this is why target matters. Who your target matters, because certain people have certain advantages. And he's probably never met a woman who's actually made him appreciate certain things by challenging him in certain ways. You know what I mean? And honestly, if you ask me, if a man asks you what you bring to the table, he doesn't see it for you. Because he would already, if he saw it, he wouldn't be asking. He wouldn't be questioning. He wouldn't be like, what is she good for? He wouldn't do it if he already saw it. So there's that. And another thing, ladies, we need to learn how to control our emotions and control our mouth, because we don't have the strength. The things we say can be very vicious, because in a relationship, you know exactly where to hurt somebody. And especially in arguments, like, there's certain things that you say that you can't come back from. And because of that, we take advantage. Just like the girl Erin said, she's going to aim to say the worst thing that could possibly hurt you if you keep asking for it. And let's play the clip.
But see, that's the thing. I don't play those games, and my husband knows that about me. You come for me, and I'm not dilly-dallying around. Like, I'm literally going to say the most hurtful thing that I can to you.
Vindictive.
No, I'm not. I don't argue. That's the thing.
What's
Like,
your sign?
I will walk. I'm Sagittarius. I will walk away. I will say okay. But if you literally take it there and you disrespect me, you do something disrespectful, you're asking for that wrath. You're asking for that heat. Okay. So you shouldn't feel a certain way when I disrespect you. You already know what's in my mind. You know me.
Oh, I got you. So, Joy.
And this is why I always say, no one cares about what you did for them. They only care about how you make them feel, because you can say certain inspiring words to people and it sits with them. And because of that, they're going to push, they're going to keep going. They're going to keep seeing the future. You can say certain negative things about certain people and it ignites them to on you. Make sure that you make things happen in the face of them in a vindictive way. And every time they see you, they're going to remember that. And this is why we have to learn how to control our emotions and control our mouths. Because in certain situations, you got to ask yourself, do you want to be right? Do you want to win? Or do you want to be loved? Because it's like, we know exactly what to say to hurt each other. Especially, and it hurts more, especially when it's coming from the opposite sex. Because I know you want to tell your man that's why his little. I know you want to tell him that's why you should have his bro. And I know you want to tell him that you can get another man, you can get better, you can do better than him, and you don't need him. But certain things you honestly gotta restrain yourself from saying, because you are triggering abandonment issues, you're triggering his manhood, and you're triggering trust issues, and he's never gonna trust you again. Even if you guys do make up spiritually, he's always now he knows what's in the back of your mind, and it'll never be the same. This is why communication is one of the biggest issues, the biggest downfalls, because we lie so much to each other, and we don't know each other's communication style, because sometimes people don't want to argue, so they'll say the most hurtful things. Sometimes some people just need to write it out. You need to find out what's your best style of communication, and maybe when you do write it out, then you finally have that open dialogue. You can get each other to open up about certain things. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's all I have to say about this situation. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are in the comments below. Please subscribe and follow me on Instagram at It's Black Pop, and my backup page, Soda Talks TV. And let's keep the discussion going. That's all I have to say about this topic. So it is what it is. I'll talk to y'all later.